You're listening to Miscast Commentary.
Hey everybody, welcome to Miscast Commentary, a Coming Attractions episode. I'm Joe Findlay.
I'm Todd Tebow, the Sailor Murray.
I don't know why Todd's confused about this. This is how we do the Coming Attractions
I know, I
episode.
thought we were doing something first. You just explained something and then jump right into it.
No, we're getting into other stuff.
Okay, cool.
We're doing other stuff.
Dude, flip it up. Flip the script.
Flip that script. Lots to talk. Well, not a ton to talk about, but some to talk about. Another new movie coming next week. And we may dip into the Miscast Commentary Archives. Ooh.
Yeah.
And by May,
Open
I mean
the
we.
vault.
And by May, I mean we will. I wouldn't tease you. And it's like, oh, no time for the archives today on this unlimited length podcast. we don't have to stop, but we're out of time.
Ooh, we might hit the end of the tape here.
Oh, good
We could be
Lord.
the first podcast ever to run out of podcast tape.
Oh, I legitimately, we'd have to go get a hotel or something to do this, but I want to do a 24-hour podcast where we just keep going and keep doing movies.
Oh, I thought you were finally going there. You're going to leave your wife, get rid of your kids,
Well, it may lead to that.
possibly murder them, whatever, doesn't matter.
Well, I think this is kind of a proactive way of just having them leave me.
you
know.
Oh, I like it. It's like a preemptive strike. You can't fire me. I quit.
It's like I guarantee I come home to an empty house when that sort of thing happens.
Oh, you will.
All right, so some things to discuss.
Isn't that kind of like a strange? You think you're going to the hotel, get a hooker, go do some blow, get a hooker, but then the maid opens up the door and we're in her underwear doing a podcast.
Yes.
She'll scream worse than she's seen a lot of shit too.
I've seen it all. But I saw somebody did, I guess it's a big thing to do videos of like being gross and then having like the hotel maids walk in on you, like poor hotel maids, like they don't deal with enough.
What is this, like the newest hot shit?
I don't know that it's new. I just I saw a video. There was one on Tosh one time, and it was literally a dude wearing a maid's costume blowing a dildo that was like suction cupped to the wall, and he just going but he's wearing headphones, so like he won't chicken out when like he hears the door opening, and so he's going
So he's like, "Oh, get some room service up here, please,"
Yeah.
and then he gets himself right. He should have been going ass to the wall.
No.
Forget his mouth.
Well, because no room service people won't walk in. Maids will walk in, so he doesn't have the do not disturb thing on, and he's just giving it to this thing. He's just, and then she opens
this
the door
is to see her face.
No, he doesn't see her face. He videotapes the reaction, right? And she looks and she's like, and then closes the.
Is he allowed to do that without her permission?
It happens, so I guess whatever, right?
He should have been asked to the wall. Forget his mouth.
Yeah.
Really show us something here, buddy. Make
Yeah,
it really
exactly.
uncomfortable. So it's like, okay, I dig that.
Yeah.
I always thought
You
sometimes
dig
when I was in back
board.
in school.
Yeah.
And I was like, or when I was like at school over in the States, and I was like, what if the maid came in all hot? I was like, oh yeah. But now I know that you got to start it. You got to make that first move.
Yeah.
You got to be butt naked, jerking off with somebody else's poop.
There's a lot.
And then they walk in and you make eye contact with them like, oops, I had no idea. I've been at this hotel for 4 days and you come in every single time.
Yeah, at exactly
this
this
so
time.
I don't know what happened here. Ooh.
Yeah. You're as sexy as Arnold Schwarzenegger's maid. Remember how not?
Oh, yeah.
She looked like Arnold Schwarzenegger's son. He's just like that, like a
No
partial
wonder he liked her
caveman.
so much.
I know. So yes, a little bit of news. There's really not a ton of news because TIFF's going on right now, and so that's just kind of
Just
happening.
the TIFF.
You got it. But they did say that Hailee Steinfeld has been cast as one of the leads in the Hawkeye series on Disney Plus.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, is she of age now or what?
Yeah, I'm
She
pretty
totally
sure.
is.
Yeah.
That's the girl from True Grit.
Yeah.
She was a pop star for like 1 minute.
Yeah. But she was in most importantly, she was in that what was
Pitch
it?
Perfect.
Yeah, there you go. Great. All sorts of stuff.
Step up 3D again.
Step upper.
That was part 3.
Yeah, there you go. But I was kind of curious because I was wondering if maybe they were going a little further into the future and they were doing like that's going to be his daughter because she's like a Hawkeye-ish kind of person in the future.
Oh, it'll
or-
totally be his daughter. It'll
Yeah,
be his new woman.
Yeah, I have no.
Like I traded up.
Yeah,
My
I
wife
traded
can't
up.
shoot a fucking bow and arrow to save her goddamn life.
I'm a young man who looks like an old man, so I have to get a young woman to feel like a young man.
That's right. And she feels like an old woman, too. She's an old soul, that one.
Yeah.
She's an old soul.
You make me feel like a slightly younger woman.
Ooh, that works.
Right, I figured it out.
Even by a couple minutes, if you make me feel younger, you've got it.
That's it. I feel
You're
6
getting
hours and 32
seconds.
minutes younger.
That's not bad, man.
It's not bad.
better than feeling 6 hours and however minutes later.
Entire nations have been toppled in such time.
Fucking right they have.
Fuck.
Fucking right. So what's going on out there in the world?
Well, it's the
I haven't seen nothing.
As we record this, it's the anniversary of September 11th, so everybody's chipper today. You know how it goes. I do want to address something, speaking about being weird, like saying the weird thing at a weird time. Well, actually, something I want to address first is this is actually our first recording session in about a month.
I know, yes.
Because Todd has been off. We have discussed it on the show during the best ofs and stuff like that Todd had his hernia surgery and he is back.
Blah, 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 blah.
And this was the first day he was actually like cleared to be able to like get out of his house for a little while. So
awesome, like hottest day of the year.
Yeah.
Fucking A.
Oh, God.
It has to be. The moment
Yeah.
it was like, oh, they're doing the podcast today? Disgusting humidity.
I'm gonna make you sweat in an open wound.
Make you sweat till you bleed. Didn't that sound awfully uncomfortable? And that
Sweating till
CNC
you bleed?
Music Factory?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that-
Sweat till you bleed? Like, really?
Well, because that means the sweating would hurt for a while, and then it would start to like it's too much. Although
Yeah,
there are some
that sounds
people,
awful.
there are some people who have that thing where it's like their capillaries burst and all the blood comes out of their sweat.
and they
So he
bleed
might just be
sweat.
really into them. I
You
don't know.
cry tears.
Yeah, it's a bunch of stuff.
Talking the old language.
The
You know? Get
Which
the
one?
stigmata.
yeah, exactly.
Ooh.
Just I know you keep spreading your legs. You're playing like serious.
I can't help
kneesies
it.
with me. You can.
Yeah, I can.
I can.
I
I
could.
won't. But yes. But anyways, the thing I do want to address is last week's episode. We recorded it in June, and Todd decided. If you didn't see this in the show notes, I did make a comment about it. But yeah, Todd made a little comment about Kevin Hart and how he hates Kevin Hart and fuck Kevin Hart and all that. And then almost immediately after makes comments about Tracy Morgan and a car accident and all that stuff. And then as it happens, months and months later from that recording session, Kevin Hart gets into a massive car accident.
Sometimes they say that, like, your
Yeah.
words become
Yeah.
reality.
Yeah, like I take it, it's like the butterfly effect.
Yeah.
It's like it's that kind of thing.
Oh
Only it's what you
my
talk about coming
God.
to fruition. But anyways,
We're going to be rich as hell.
yeah. But I said in the show notes, and I say it again, we wish Kevin Hart a speedy recovery.
I do.
We don't know anything bad
I
happen
don't-
to him, but we
exactly.
don't take a goddamn thing back.
No, none of it.
We still mean what we said. Well, what he said, I'm backing it. And
See, that's what buds do, yo.
exactly.
It's a marriage.
But we do wish him a speedy recovery because nobody wants bad shit to happen to
No, I don't want
And
bad shit to happen to anybody.
Yeah, exactly. Except Hitler. Fuck that guy. If
He's still alive.
He's
He
still
is.
around here. I want him to get fucked up.
Oh, yeah, he is. Don't you worry about it. Something awful probably happened to him recently, like his cable went out.
I want something really ironic to happen to him, like he gets mugged by a bunch of skinheads.
Or he gets trapped in his own oven.
Oh no.
Somehow. He's like, time to clean the oven. And then he goes in and his sleeve gets cut. And he's like, why did I pre-turn it on? And then he
Why did he
burns
turn
to death.
He slowly turned into Jerry Lewis.
That's what
just-
happens. You get goofier and goofier as the flames get hotter.
Cook Laven.
That's probably what he said at the end.
Probably. But yeah, so anyways, I don't know how Kevin Hart turned into Hitler in that conversation. But
Easy.
still.
It's real
Anyways,
easy. Make the draw it yourself, man. One dot to the next dot.
Exactly.
Boom.
But anyway, speedy recovery. We don't know him, so it's not like it means anything.
Like I
to
said before,
him.
even The Rock made fun of him, and he didn't
Yeah.
even know he wasn't dead yet.
That's true.
Right? He's like, oh, he made the joke, and he's like, he's not dead, right? They're like, no. He's like, oh, great.
And if anybody should,
Nobody's mad at The Rock.
and if anybody should be sensitive about people in car accidents, it should be somebody from the Fast and Furious franchise.
Exactly. He gets
Yeah.
it.
Speaking of which, too, man, they're crossing 700 million worldwide on Hobbs and Shaw.
China did it.
Yeah. Well, China
China.
did big numbers for that.
China saved it, apparently, because
Well,
they said it didn't do as well over here as it did. Apparently, they love
Yeah.
the Fast and Furious over there. Ever since they did Tokyo
Yeah.
Drift,
Yeah.
like, we're in.
Which is weird because that's Japanese.
They're still close enough, they said.
They're so racist they can't tell.
And so are we.
We're all racist.
That's the racist clapper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It turns on and off tiki torches.
It's just tiki torches.
Just the tiki torches.
You can actually turn it to the one where if you're actually only using one hand, it
Yeah.
will high five you midair, counting as a clap.
Sweet. I love it. I think we should dive back into the news because we're going down some dark alleys right now.
Certainly are. We've been gone for a month, so
Yeah,
of course we're gonna slowly, or not so slowly, end up in the dirtiest, darkest alley this town's didn't even know existed.
We're airing grievances now, baby.
Yeah, they're like the people, like the mayor opens up the town place. He's like, there's an alley there.
Apparently so.
On the map, it's a blip of nothingness. That's where we fucking hang out.
Yeah, that's where we live. We live in the darkness, in the shadows.
We're like Blade, only whiter.
Not me.
Slightly.
Speak for yourself.
He's blacker than Wesley Snipes.
I've come all the way back around on the wheel. Like,
He's like an albino.
I'm so black. I emit white light.
Shine bright like a diamond.
Can't you tell by the way I dance and shit? You've seen our videos. But
That's all I watch.
Moving on to item 2 in our news, 12 minutes in. James Cameron, I guess he was asked about the Avengers record and stuff like that, and he actually had a really good answer about it. He said that, like, he said all the things he's supposed to say, but he said that it bodes well for like today's cinema going experience, because a lot of people were saying that it was like dying and stuff like that. He's like, oh, only the blockbuster. He's like, but for a movie to still be able to come and beat the record, like, in this era with all the streaming and all that stuff, he said that bodes really well.
And all the bootlegging.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, they just crank the prices up so it just reaches it anyways. 4 people go see the movie, boom, it just got a world record.
It's weird because the second time I saw it, it did cost me $20,000.
Yeah, exactly, right?
It was weird.
Why am I just here? Why did this cost me $157 billion?
Can I say something? That's too much. That
just
costs
a little too much, eh?
just a bit.
They didn't even post that profit. I'm like, what do they do with it? Just for Kevin Feige's fucking dirty hot tub parties.
Exactly. But I feel like he does the legal version of what Bryan Singer was doing.
Yes.
Like his is just everything's above board.
It's probably just a bunch of cardboard cutouts of like Marvel characters.
No, it's there's ladies there and stuff, but he's constantly
there
walking
are
around.
Lady Marvel characters.
No, but I mean real ladies, not like. I know cardboard cutouts. There's not the real ladies, and he's just constantly walking around asking for consent and double checking IDs to make sure.
Yeah, he's like the opposite.
He's the opposite.
And then even
of
when you do say yes, he's like, yeah, maybe later. I don't know. I don't know.
You know what? I feel like your heart isn't into it like fully.
And it really no, neither's mine.
Yeah,
he's a great guy.
Yeah, it's just, hey, you know what? And then she's like, wow, like you know, you're really gonna pass this up right now? He's like, I'm thinking big picture. I think that's my job. I think big picture.
So you really want that role? What do you want to do for it?
Yeah.
You know what? You've done it. Here, you know what? Here's a contract for 20 years. Like, wow, thanks. I was actually going to do it too.
Bake me cookies? What?
Great guy. Great guy.
But yeah, he's got a casting couch. He's like, I give everybody I cast, I give this couch.
It's a nice couch too.
It's a gift. Yeah,
it's an ottoman.
Yeah. Oh, it's fantastic.
The ottoman is an exact replica of the couch, only smaller, to put your feet on.
Yes. Or if you have like if you're Armenian and you have a small dog, that's where they sleep.
It's only for Armenian dogs, though.
I don't know why it's Armenian. I just felt like it's
does
a
the
Kardashian
dog have to
kind
be
of
Armenian, or does the person?
I don't know how many Armenian breeds there are. I'm gonna go ahead and just say that it's Armenian owners only.
Okay. Any type of dog breed will do.
Yeah, it's fine. You want to be a French bulldog on there? That's fine. You want to be a Saint Bernard on there? It won't be comfortable, but that's fine too. Yeah,
you'll get her.
Just fucking drool on it, anyways. Moving on, so we did say TIFF is going on, the Toronto International Film Festival.
Apparently, Joker got like an 8-minute standing ovation.
I was just
at the other one there.
That's where I'm going at, because they got huge reactions there, and they got huge reactions at I think it was the Venice Film Festival. They won the Golden Lion.
Yes.
So yeah, it is getting a lot of stuff. And you know what? What really bothers me, my interest hasn't gone up in it at all.
Oh, I really want to see it.
I really don't.
Yeah, I'll let you know how it is. I'll bootleg it for you.
See, for me, I can't get past the fact that they're just ignoring the Batman of it all.
Yeah, I have a feeling like there's the theory that he's going to connect onto Robert Pattinson's, and I still think it is.
Well, they asked Todd Phillips about that. It's funny that you mentioned that.
Hey.
That's the next thing in our news.
Oh, sweet. It's actually listed right there.
Yeah, they flat out asked him. Well, they said, oh, there's rumors that he's going to be in the next one. He's like, absolutely not. He thought it was ridiculous that Batman would be in a Joker movie.
He's lying.
I know, like
He's lying.
Well, no, but they thought he was lying this time.
Batman.
They-
Who?
yeah, they
Or
thought.
like-
They thought he was lying this time. Like, because they thought, well, originally when they were making this, they're like, oh, Ben Affleck's gonna be in it, like at
it's
the
like
end
a
or something
cameo
like that.
or something,
And then
right.
he was like, no. He's like, why? I don't want, like, this has nothing to do with Batman.
Right.
And I'm
I
just
think
like-
later on they could cross
They-
paths,
they
though. I don't
could.
think he's going to have a cameo in this
But
one.
here's the problem too. They've already openly said this has nothing to do with the DC universe. This is a new DC universe. It's like they've split off and done another one.
Another one.
It's almost like I would say it's kind of akin to Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse,
Right.
where it's like its own thing.
I think it's neat, and I really want to see it. I'm really excited to see this movie,
I think
actually.
it's going to be a well-directed movie. It's going to be a well-acted movie and all that. But I can't get past the idea they are iPhoning this movie to me, where they're just kind of like, well, aren't you at all concerned that you're not doing the one thing you're supposed to do? He's like, fuck you. Like, I don't give a shit.
It's just a separate... well, you never know. We'll
Yeah.
have to see the movie and see whether it does or not. Maybe they're
Yeah.
lying. They don't want to give it away.
I have no idea.
I think it would be neat, though, if he was Robert Pattinson's Joker.
Yeah. I think that would be very
Not
neat.
that Robert Pattinson shows up in the movie, but later his movie happens, and then the next movie, boom, it's Joker.
I desperately need his makeup to evolve, though.
Because this is just the beginning of the
Yes,
Joker.
I know,
So
right?
years and years go by, he's even crazier, and then
Yeah.
right his makeup.
Yeah.
You know, maybe then Batman drops him into the acid at Acme Chemicals.
Yeah. But see,
know?
and that's another, there's so many question marks about just the Joker and then what they're doing and stuff like that, because that was a big complaint everybody had about Gotham. They're like, that's not the Joker. Like, the Joker wasn't around when Batman was a kid, which is essentially what they're lining up, is the Joker was around before Batman.
I hate that kind of shit.
And then, well, that's what this Joker is doing, right?
To
Like,
you,
it's
right?
like, yeah.
I'm trying to think of the other show that did that, and people were like, "Oh, it's fine." I'm like, "No, this is lame."
Yeah. So I will watch it at some point, but I think the current reaction saying it's a good movie has not in the slightest made me
It's
more
definitely
interested.
looks like an award movie.
Yeah.
But this is I like to watch his movie. I like
Yeah.
him. I like Wow.
Yeah. Whoa, that was the weirdest.
That's how he says it. He did say too that the Joker.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the new preview. I haven't seen anything for it because I don't want anything to be ruined. But I want him to talk more about, maybe he already has, about what playing the Joker does to you. Because he even said too that when he started losing the weight, he started losing it. He said.
Yeah. I don't know, because like
Maybe they just have to say that now.
yeah, I feel like Heath Ledger did something with it that nobody else did. And again, I'm not saying that Joaquin Phoenix's Joker isn't going to be good. I'm sure like his performance in the trailers and stuff looks good. I just don't know that he went to the same kind of dark place where that's even a question.
Right.
Like he's in a weird place for sure in it, but like
We don't know how dark it is though. It's
yeah.
rated R.
No, that's fair. But like but rated R means, again, rated R in the US means nothing because that's PG-13.
Yeah, that's like 14A.
yeah,
here.
right. So I mean, that's nothing. The other part about it is rated R. Some people just want to be rated R to sound badass, and it's really like they would take a movie that would be a PG-13 and just add a couple of fucks just to get a rated R.
Just to get it rated R. I like that attitude.
But and like that's just like now we're
Why
rated
would
R.
they do that? They're like way less people will go see their movie.
I know, but that's what that actually started with the whole the Deadpool of it. You know,
Right.
it's like, oh, Deadpool's a rated R movie because there's a lot of this and a lot of that, and they're like, oh, well, I'm gonna do the same, and they didn't do anywhere close to what Deadpool did, but it was just like, oh, it's rated R, and you're like, oh, I guess, all right, great,
Well, that's something.
congrats. I'm glad the kids
same
can't
now.
go see your movie.
I know, right? Well, back in the day, seeing a rated R movie was so awesome. Now, like, I'm an adult. I worked my whole life up to this, and now I'm just like,
know.
whatever.
And now you're in the theater, and there's fucking children in it, anyways.
Yeah.
But that's all that.
Were you there the time when those fucking kids were, like, hitting us? Was that me and you? It was like a matinee, and there was a bunch of young punk asses, and they were behind us, and there was a bunch of girls, and, like, 2 dudes, and the girls kept, like, throwing popcorn at us and shit.
No, I
And
don't
we're
think
turning
that was
around
me.
and telling the punk ass I was going to beat their boyfriend up. And then they moved way back.
No, you told me about that.
Yeah,
I know
bunch
that
of
story, but
pissheads,
yeah,
man.
I was not there for that.
Buys popcorn. I was, more pissed off at the fact that they're just like wasting popcorn and stuff.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
I know. How dare you?
Who picks on somebody older anyways?
I'm on my third bucket of popcorn and you're just throwing it away.
Like, what the fuck?
How dare you?
They don't know what's going on with the world.
No, for
Fucking
sure.
kids these days.
Yeah, I know. Other news, still staying in the Batman realm. Well, now going into it finally, because the Joker's got nothing to do with Batman. Fuck you.
Yes, he does.
But yeah, well, he might. But yeah, they asked at TIFF. They asked Christian Bale what he thought of Robert Pattinson being cast as Batman.
Would you really say that? Would you say something negative?
Well, no, I think that you can tell by how political the answer is.
Right.
And they're like, oh, because usually you'll hear, oh, we'll have to see, and blah, 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 like
Right.
that kind of thing. And he's like, they're going in a different direction. He was very enthusiastic. He was like, Robert Pattinson, great choice.
I think it's a great choice,
He's
too.
like, did you see him in that Safdie Brothers? It was him and Matt Damon were there. And he's like, you saw him in that Safdie Brothers movie he just did or whatever? He's like, he was amazing. He's going to be so good. And then Matt Damon was going, yeah, it's going to be awesome. He's Ben Affleck's friend. So you like,
He looks really good in that new Lighthouse movie.
yeah, man.
Looks all gaunt.
Ooh, very gaunt.
Gaunty.
Maybe too gaunt. But yeah, so it was interesting to hear that. And then they asked him what advice he has for Robert Pattinson. And then
Get your bad voice on.
yeah, no, he said his only advice is the same advice he gave to Ben Affleck. Make sure you're able to pee on your own in the costume. And he's like, because you can't feel like a superhero if you have to have somebody to take you to the bathroom.
That's not bad.
So I think that's kind of fair.
I don't think Christian Bale was the best Batman of them all. That's for sure.
I don't think he's the best Batman of them all, but I liked the overall job he did.
Right.
I don't think he was neither the best Bruce Wayne nor the best Batman.
Right.
He was just
no,
he was what he needed to be in
was
the movie.
serviceable.
Yeah, he was what he needed to be in the movie. Is exactly how I
They should
put
have
it.
brought Val Kilmer back. Fucking waste of an opportunity.
Yeah, I was never a big fan of the Kilmer one.
He was terrible.
yeah,
Absolutely terrible.
It was a bummer though because I was like, I don't.
Clooney was garbage too.
Clooney was I was excited for Clooney as Bruce Wayne.
Worst
I really
Batman.
was. Oh, absolutely worst Batman. But I was excited for him as Bruce Wayne. But I mean, I also don't blame him for being the worst Batman.
Right.
It is Joel Schumacher's fault that he was the worst Batman. Because I mean, the lines were garbage.
Bat
The-
nipples were pretty sweet.
Yeah. No, but everything was the very first scene is where he's got the what's his face? Robin's like, oh, can I get a car too? Chicks dig the car. He's like, this is why Superman works alone. It's just it's all that nonsense. And he had the Bat credit card and just
The
all
Bat
that
card.
not nonsense.
Well, what do you think when he's wearing his bat suit and he's gonna buy something like a drink at the store? He's gonna whip out Bruce Wayne's credit card?
I know, right?
Well, come on.
Yeah, that's true.
What the fuck? Where's he have the bat card?
I don't know.
Where's the bill go to? That's how you can find him. That should be one of his arch nemeses, the bill collector.
I think what would be better is you find out there's one bad guy you've never seen him fight, but he's constantly tormenting. All the bills go to that guy. He's just like, I got another bill for Batman again. He's like, I've been trying to fund my missile to take down the city hall, and every time I almost have enough money, I gotta pay one of Batman's friggin' bills.
Because his name is like Bathman, but there's like a silent H. He's like, it's a silent H for Christ's sake.
No, it's just straight up Batman.
Yeah, Batman.
He's like Robbie Batman, who's a super villain who never gets the chance to be a super villain.
Get you,
forward,
Batman.
for fuck's sakes.
I can't.
I know, just help. Well, lean that way. Lean your dick that way. Get it off. Yeah. The last piece of news I got.
It doesn't lean, it stands straight up.
Always.
That's right.
Steel girders were modeled after my dick. But yeah, the last piece of news I got is a new podcast is coming, and it's an interesting podcast. It is hosted by Jenna Fisher and Angela Kinsey from The Office. And every single episode, it's called Office Girls, and every single episode, they just talk about one episode of The Office.
Oh my God.
And they go in depth.
Who is it?
Jenna Fisher and Angela Kinsey.
Could you please tell me their show names?
Pam and Angela.
Pam and Angela?
Yes.
They hate each other.
So
I don't know how
much.
they're going to do this thing.
Oh
Whoa.
Sparks will fly.
It's crazy that you bring that up because I think this is the third time now that I've gone through The Office on Netflix. Mm-hmm. Through my injury, I have seen a lot of Netflix, let me tell you. And The Office is amazing. I wonder, they said they're paying like $100 million for Friends.
Yeah.
Like per year or something.
Yeah.
I'm like, why? Okay, you know what? Netflix should have come up with a thing right in the very beginning that was like, it says Friends. And then you go and you click onto it, and there's a big thing that says, go fucking buy it.
Yeah.
If you are going to literally be bitching that much about Friends, which you already know off by heart anyways.
You can get the box set for like $60.
And I guarantee you, they have the box set or the individual season sitting on their shelf, and they want to just click.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Anyway, so I got to where Michael Scott leaves. I still can't get past it.
No.
I watched some Will Ferrell stuff, and I'm like, I can't even do it. I can't do it. Without Michael Scott, the show is like...
Oh, see, there's some good stuff. Like, it's not as good as the Michael Scott stuff, but there is some good stuff. Like, some of the...
okay, I'll keep going then.
The James Spader stuff is actually...
James Spader was good.
Is a really interesting twist, and then they go from James Spader to Kathy Bates.
Oh, she comes in again. Well,
Which
she was
is-
already there, though.
Yeah, but she's a little bit more there.
Right.
And then it goes into Ed Helms.
Oh, and then
being
he
the
gets a
boss.
job. Thanks for ruining it. Spoiler alert.
Well, sorry.
It's been too long.
It's only been 19,000
Exactly.
years.
It's been... I'm fine with it.
Okay. I assumed you knew, but I apologize.
I was hoping they were going to bring him because they had an interview with Ricky Gervais
Yeah.
via Skype. I'm having some real... Woo! It's coming out, man.
Gonna be okay.
Woo.
But yeah, there's an episode where basically they put it to like a few specific staff members to pick.
Are they going to have like guests? Like Dwight will be on their podcast, or like...
They haven't said specifically any names or stuff like that, but they said
Should be
you
Kevin.
can expect.
Kevin should be there
I'm
too.
sure you'll get tons of people. Like they'll be in and out because they're still all friends. Like literally anytime they still like fight each other on Twitter and shit like that. Like Jenna Fisher and John Krasinski, whenever like their two hockey teams, it was like St. Louis and Boston, I think, and I think they were playing against each other in like the NHL finals this year or something like that. Whatever the two teams were,
Right.
those were the two teams, and they were shit talking each other, and then like one of them would take a picture of themselves at the game, and like it was fun. It's fun to see that they have that kind of relationship with each other still, because I mean, when it comes to acting, right, you do a job and you just go do another job, and then it's like literally everybody's different. Then you just stop that job and you go to another job and everybody's different again.
I guess, he's totally... If they don't hire him as Mr. Fantastic, man, like, I really dropped the ball. Do you think they will hire him as Mr. Fantastic?
I hope they do. It really depends on what they're gonna do. Are they gonna fuck up? Are they gonna fuck up and go young, or are they gonna? I want them to just have somebody who's already established. Like, I want them to be established. I don't even like. You can go ahead and do their origin because everybody else fucked it up.
God.
No, but you know what? Like, it's not like
if it's Marvel, it'll be okay. I can't wait to see their Doom.
well,
That's
but
what I want to see.
But
is
not
Doom.
just that it's Marvel and it's okay. Nobody has done it right. Like, we've seen the Spider-Man origin a bunch of times, and like Sam Raimi's version did it right. And the other version, the Amazing Spider-Man, they got the idea. Like, it was like you got the gist of it.
We
And
know he was bit by a fucking
Yeah.
spider. How many times are we going to see it?
We've seen it, and then Batman's, we've seen it. Like, it's just like that's the thing. Like the Marvel or the Fantastic Four, it was like the movies sucked and not a ton of people saw any of them. So I think it's totally fine if they just redo it.
Batman's is okay, though, because Batman's is just quick.
Yeah.
Walking out of the theater, boom, he gets shot, done.
Well, they usually-
Batman broods over it.
Yeah.
Like fucking, what's his name, crying over his family every 10 minutes. Jesus Christ. Take a sleeping aid, Punisher. Like, oh my God.
Yeah, I know. He'll be fine.
Holy fuck, even in season 2. Oh my God.
I guess it would be pretty.
I know, but it's just like, oh, and he's always screaming, Russo!
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my God. I can't do the Punisher, man. Punisher's garbage. But,
No, I loved the Punisher. I thought it
oh
was really
God. He's all bow-legged. He's like,
I do like that.
I'm still going, though. I'm still going with it.
Yeah.
I'm almost at the end.
Nice.
What else is happening
only
out
like
there?
10
What else
years
is going
behind
on in the movie world?
Not a ton.
I
man, to be
heard, like I
honest.
said to you before, is that I heard that Star Wars is having major reshoots, more so than any other movie
Yeah.
would normally, because they always have reshoots, but they said this is bad, and I think
Yeah.
that they're... What the article said is like Disney's now doesn't really know what to do because like the backlash from Last Jedi, now they're like, oh,
Yeah.
so I think that they're in... If it is true, which who knows, right? If it's true, I feel like they're in the wrong headspace.
Yeah.
You just got to make a movie and then deal with it after. You can't try and please, because then, you know, you're...
Especially in Star Wars, because you know everybody's going to bitch no matter
Oh,
what
yeah,
you do.
exactly. So,
So-
why...
But
so-
my thinking is I don't even know. I don't know that it's the least bit true, because when you only hear about it in one spot, I have not heard.
Yeah.
I've been reading entertainment news all day today, and I didn't come across that story.
It was on Screen Rant. That's
Yeah.
usually the first one I hit.
But like I even like on IMDb that like puts on like Deadline and Screen Rant and stuff like that. It didn't even make their top like 50 stories.
Oh,
So it was
apparently Knives Out is fantastic.
yes.
I read somewhere
It
that it was
looks
great.
amazing.
I know, I like this kind of thing. It's like a whodunit. It's like an old
does.
school.
So yeah, but what was interesting is because you were bringing that up, and then they were talking to Ryan Johnson, and they asked him because they were asking about his upcoming trilogy and all that stuff, and he's in the midst of working on that for the
Sweet.
Star Wars stuff.
I'm glad they didn't can him because of
No, and then they were talking about just reactions to Star Wars, and he was talking when he was a kid, he hated The Empire Strikes Back.
really?
He was like, I cannot. He's like, I just couldn't do it. He's like, Return of the Jedi all the way, and that was it. Like he's just like Return of the Jedi.
Return of the Jedi was always my favorite too, but as you get older, it's like I don't know, man. It's I'm like tied.
I think the first one's my favorite.
I'm like tied with Empire and Return.
See, I think of the three, my least favorite is Return,
Really?
and I think it's just because
Too happy?
no, I think that
It's that scene when the
tone-
Ewok dies.
Yeah, that was definitely it. No, the tone that the first two set, I feel like only the Ewoks chunk of Return just completely breaks
Right.
that tone. And it'd be different if it's like, the tone was always up and down and over here and over there and stuff like that. And I was
It's
just
kind of
like,
dark, right, and kind of serious. And
well, it went from it was like silly dark though, because like
Right.
you got like woohoo, woohoo, and then like the whatever's going on. But it was I don't know. I don't dislike
were
the
the
movie.
Ewoks too cutesy or something? You think it broke
I don't really know. It
broke
was
the flow of the movie for you?
that could be a little bit of it, and well, it was even just like that little like when she's there, and like he comes up and it's just like, bup, 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 but everything else has been like, there's so much danger, everything. Bup, 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 bup,
Well, yeah,
bup.
they don't know danger.
No, and I understand that, and it's
Well,
like
they know
I said,
danger, but
and,
they just look cute. They're like those little meerkat guys.
and like don't get me wrong, I'm talking the difference between like a 10 and a 9 here.
right.
It's not like I'm saying
I
like
find it shocking, but refreshing to hear your take on this right here.
yeah. I have
I think
lots,
it's a rare time.
I have
Is
lots
everything
of,
okay?
No. No, I have lots of complaints about Star Wars, but I have lots of complaints about a lot of movies. I deal with movies as a whole.
Right.
I'm like, this movie made me feel good.
Right.
This movie took me to a place. I love movies that take me to a place more than anything. And then
Any
it's
place?
like, well, no, but like just
Take me to
like
the store.
like an escapist kind of thing. That's why I like Lord of the Rings. That's why I
Yeah.
like all these things, and that's why I said like how like Lord of the Rings is a better made movie than the Star Wars ones, because it's like it's more immersive in its worlds. It makes you like everything feels way more real.
Yeah.
Everything feels like you feel like you can reach out and touch it, and the acting helps that, and the writing helps that, and all that sort of stuff. Right.
I still want to meet
you're-
Samwise so bad. I hear
know.
whenever I hear him at one of these Comic Cons, I'm like, Samwise. There's so many people there.
Oh, I know.
And I'm just like, Samwise.
I know.
I don't give a fuck. He's like standing next to the Rock and like,
Step aside, Dwayne.
yeah, get the fuck out of here, loser.
But yeah, I just like that. So like I look at these things as a whole, and then I can sit there and you're like, okay, well let's like look at it like moment for moment. And there's no Star Wars movie I can't pick out a bunch of shit I didn't like.
Oh, of course.
But then there's a lot of
usually
things.
most movies have
Yeah.
some things
Well,
you're like,
Exactly. And then, but at the same time, I'll also defend shit when people are just randomly, no, this is bullshit, blah, blah,
Well,
blah.
because if they're just being stupid about it, right?
Well, and it's like, but I have the dual feelings. I'm like, A, who am I to like go, no, you're wrong to feel that way about that. Because like, why do I feel this way about this? Why
Right.
like you have no right to tell me I can't feel this way, but I have a right to tell you type thing. So I always take that into account. But then also like there's always these times, and it's especially in this what, the last one here?
Last Jedi.
The Last Jedi. I kept wanting to say Return of the Jedi because
Yep.
we were just talking about it. It was fucking with my brain.
It's like the same movie.
There you go. There you go. But no, but like they would say, oh, there's no way that this would happen, or there's no way that this would happen. I'm like, except in like all that fucking, like all the Legends stuff that you guys say, oh, they should have just made the Legends stuff, but that should happen in the Legends stuff, and now you're like, oh no, that's bullshit. It wouldn't have happened. So it's like he actually was the person to actually go in to the place where people wanted to get content from, used content, and they're like, no, bullshit. This is
Yeah, well, see,
garbage.
because you're not just having a stupid argument over like, what's the best guitar solo of all time? No way, this one. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's just when people are being dumb.
It's definitely
You're
What's My
allowed-
Age Again.
What's my age again?
There's not even a guitar solo in that song as far as I know. But
Every song has a guitar solo when you listen to music fucking wasted and naked.
yeah, exactly. Or if you just aren't paying attention to words, you just hear
Or the music.
I can't remember what song. I was listening to a song driving home, which is very rare for me. I'm usually listening to something.
I know.
But I was listening. I just needed some music for
What
a
were they
little bit.
talking about that you turned away?
Oh no, nothing. I was just like, I could just really go for some like old school music. I just want to listen. And I locked into the drums and I did not hear the song. I just heard like, and I just was like,
I know that tune.
yeah, it was just, and I was so locked into it. And I was like, and I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, I'm like, is he, when I hear that like double drum, is he going like 1, 2, like right, left, or is he going boom, boom with just the right? Or, and I'm like thinking hard, and I'm like, and I hear the hi hat, and I'm like, okay, so he's hi hat, and then he goes into the cymbal. I'm not a drummer, guys, by the way. Like I don't even know I'm thinking about the technicality of such things, but it was just
Whatever gets you through a drive, eh?
no, and that was it.
Now I want to know what song it was.
Oh, I don't remember. I think it was Finger 11.
Oh, nice.
It was Finger 11 or it was Moist. Two Canadian alt rock bands.
Finger 11 and Moist. That sounds dirty together,
does.
right? Yeah, Moist. 2 11s all moist.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah. Finger 11 in a moist bush. And
Live.
wonderful.
Bush and Live worked out because Bush and Live are on tour together right now.
It was funny because I was talking about that, and then I went on yet another rant about like, I'm like, why is the 90s the only thing that's popular right now?
Because we're the ones paying for the tickets.
I guess that's it, right? Because all the TV shows are like reunions from shows
Yep.
that aired during the 90s. All of the friggin' music tours, like even like there's another one that was like friggin' like Boys to Men and like all these like R&B groups, and then there was
a
New
wicked
Kids
one
on the Block. And,
Oh yeah, no, there was the wicked one where it was like the Venga Boys, Prozac, Aqua.
fuck,
Oh
that's
my
funny.
god.
That's starting to sound like, I can't remember who it was. Somebody pitched the idea of having just all the one-hit wonders. Everybody comes out, does their hit. I think it was Daniel Tosh, actually. He's like, you come out, Mambo number 5, off the stage. Next person comes out, don't even think about trying to play a B-side at me. Like,
No, it would be great if they have to set their whole thing up.
Yeah.
So if they sing one song, then you wait 40 minutes for the next guy to sing one song.
I think that the reason tours like this happen is because they have to pool all their money together for one, like, set of instruments.
It might be.
Yeah.
We're sharing the tambourine tonight, everybody, so don't get it all fucked up. Green Day, Weezer, Fall Out Boy, they're going to try and do Rogers.
Oh, really?
Yep. I guess Shawn Menendez just killed it in there.
That doesn't shock me at all.
Shawn
Menendez.
This is what makes
I
it
love that.
hilarious. That's it. I don't know. Like, he's a pop star, so of course he's going to sell it. I don't see it. I'm old now.
Yeah.
I don't see it.
I
I think
actually-
this guy's a fucking chump stain.
Yeah. There's one of his songs that I was like, I get why people like this song.
Well, I get like why people, because that's what people like. But I
Yeah.
mean, he's no Madonna.
No.
He's no Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson could be selling out
Well,
the Rogers Center,
here's-
not fucking Shawn Mendes.
Here's the difference.
Guy doesn't even have any moves.
Pop concerts, tickets are bought by girls.
Yes.
Or so that's why
little girls,
Yeah.
or their parents buy them.
That's why Shawn Mendes does well, because right
And
now
that's why
he
I go to
has-
his concerts.
He has little competition. Like it's like
He's got competition.
like the friggin' One Direction guys aren't touring right now and stuff. Like so he's like,
got competition, but there's so many girls there, he doesn't even notice when some of them go missing.
well, and then on top of that, we are in Canada. He is Canadian, and it's like a big to do, right?
Oh, he's going out with that Kabbalah.
Yeah, everybody is.
Camarero Cabana.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, oh,
Hey-oh.
everybody
Caballo,
gets a turn.
hey-oh.
All right. Well, we've ruminated about the
Yeah, all the deep
1990s
stuff.
enough.
All the deep stuff.
We got deep.
You know what the truth is? The truth is because all the bands right now fucking blow.
Yeah.
There's nobody out there. Okay, well, Shawn Mendes.
Yeah.
And you've got like the Arcade Fire that can sell at a venue, but none of these bands are any good. Mm-hmm. That's why the old guard has to come out and be like, hey, I'm 700 years old and I'm still putting on a show that's more exciting than yours. Also, most of them get divorced and shit, so they have to pay alimony money.
Oh,
That's why GNR got back together.
I'm still so sad because I can't even see young, skinny, fucking Axl Rose anymore.
I don't even want to see him. He's way better now, actually.
Oh, really?
I fucking hate his guts. He's his shit. I would never, but apparently, he's putting on like 3.5 hour concerts. Then he was with AC/DC. He was killer.
Oh, really?
Yeah, apparently he was
good for him.
awesome.
Good for
I
him.
prefer Fat Elvis to Skinny Elvis.
Yeah, I just who told the story? I think it was Patton Oswalt. He told like it was their reunion for like an MTV thing or something like that, and he had gained the weight and they hadn't put on a show together in years, and he like came sprinting out for Welcome to the Jungle, and he's like, and you could hear him gasping for air through like Welcome to the Jungle.
Oh yeah, he got his shit together.
Like,
he got his shit together. Apparently,
I guess you get into performance shape though, no matter like what kind of.
Yeah, he admitted though that he was a prick because he had horrible stage anxiety.
Yeah.
And he would freak and then run off. He was like, so he would, he would act like an asshole because he was terrified.
Just like the lesser Knight brother in New Kids on the Block.
I can't go out there. That's fine. Don't.
Whatever.
We're fine with
Is
it.
Joey good? Okay, get him out there.
Let's get the hologram of Lance Bass out there.
Oh, now we're talking.
Oh,
and it's
yes.
and it's just footage from that little thing he did in I Now Pronounce You Chuck and Larry.
He's in that?
Yeah, it's at
He
the
should have
very
been in that
end.
movie. That movie's like so against gays.
Well, it was right. Well, not, but that's the whole point. It's supposed to be against gays, so they learn the lesson. to not be
So it
against
allows
gays.
them to make homophobic jokes so that in the end they learn their lesson.
Exactly. And then, well, because like he like starts dating, because you know how Adam Sandler has to be with the hottest person humanly possible at all times.
Yes.
So he starts like dating Jessica. Well, he's not dating Jessica Biel because he's pretending to be gay, but he's like falling in love with her.
like he'd get Jessica Biel
No
in their
problem.
fucking movies. What the fuck? Or like Kate Beckinsale's like,
Yeah.
kick, I love you, kicks door down.
Yeah.
Have you seen his children?
Yeah.
They look exactly like him.
Yeah.
Like a Saturday Night Live, like Robert Smorgel skit, where it's like a
I
little
felt
baby.
so much like you were gonna say the right name, and it didn't happen.
It's like they took his head and put it on a baby.
Yeah, it's very much. I saw his daughter, and I was like, oh. You know who else?
I was like, whoa.
You know who else has that? Steve Carell. Steve Carell's daughter looks exactly like him.
He's a
but with
beautiful man. You keep your mouth
with long
shut.
hair. No, but like it's everything. The beard. She's got a gray beard. The nose. Like the.
Oh, got the beard. Yeah. I was picturing it. I was like, ooh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm really getting deep. So
Are we watching a movie or something?
we're gonna talk about the movie we're gonna watch next week. We are watching an old favorite, Stephen King's only movie that he wrote to just be a movie, and also, no, that's not true. No,
don't
that
know.
is true. I don't know. You'll hear. You will. I'll say the truth when the episode comes on. And he directed it himself. Ladies and gentlemen, we are watching Emilio Estevez, Yardley Smith, and others in Maximum Overdrive. Drive. Let's take a listen to the trailer.
Hi. My name is Stephen King. I've written several motion pictures, but I want to tell you about a movie called Maximum Overdrive, which is the first one I've directed.
What in the dickens is going on around here?
A lot of people have directed Stephen King novels and stories, and I finally decided if you want something done right, you ought to do it yourself.
Who was driving it?
I don't know.
It was my first picture as a director, and you know something? I sort of enjoyed it. I just wanted someone to do Stephen King right.
You want a war? You got one.
I just want to get the hell out of here.
So come and spend some time with me and my friends at the Dixie Boy. Spend some time in the dark.
Please don't let us be in the dark.
Help me.
I'm gonna scare the hell out of you. And that's a promise.
You're gonna get us in an awful lot of trouble, man.
We already in trouble.
Maximum terror.
Jesus coming in his.
Maximum King.
Maybe tomorrow will be our world again.
Dino De Laurentiis presents Stephen King's Maximum Overdrive.
The balls on that man.
Do you think that offended the other directors of his previous movies?
I'm certain of it.
You want to do? You got to do. I'm gonna scare. I was literally just saying to you. I was like, he's talking as if this movie's scary, which it is. So you should tune in because it is a terror treat.
Yeah, guys, you will have a fun time listening to this one.
What I like, Buddy, directed by Stephen King. So instead of having the professional voiceover guy do it, Stephen King's like, hey, now I'm directing my own movies. I'm also going to overdub my own preview for my own movie.
Hi guys, buddy. Do I have the proper voice to do this?
Sometimes you got to do it right yourself.
Good Lord. But
he looks even more cross-eyed than ever. Did he have surgery or something to correct his eye there or something?
he wears glasses probably that corrected.
Oh, because he was, I've never seen him like that before.
Yeah. No, I haven't either. But I honestly think a little bit of that was cocaine. Like that little bit when he goes, I kind of enjoyed it. I'm like, that was not a sober Stephen King telling us that. Especially when he has come
scare the hell out of you, I guarantee it.
Especially when he's come out so many times and said, I did not enjoy it. You'll actually hear a little bit about directly from Stephen King, not as we didn't interview him, but we stole an interview where he explains a little bit about doing the movie and stuff like that. So yeah, tune in next week for that one.
We're always revved up to maximum overdrive.
Better believe it. That's where I start.
That's right. Fucking A.
Then I get a couple of paps in me, and oh boy. Okay, we are going to do
pap
something.
Smears.
Yeah, for sure.
We give him a couple of pap smears.
Hopefully. We are going to do something that we haven't done in a very long time. We are going to take a little trip back in memory lane in a time where, you know, we've got unaired episodes of this podcast or other podcasts like that we've tried to do and all that sort of stuff. And we wanted to take another look back when we actually tried to start the concept. Well, not the concept, but like we tried to kind of perfect ASMR as a podcast.
Well, because we had to be quiet. Mm-hmm. That's all it was.
That was it. Everybody, because my wife keeps yelling at me.
Yeah, so it was like we had to be really quiet.
Yeah. So if you would indulge us.
Because they're not already.
Yeah, just fucking stick it out. Don't press stop yet, please. We want to take you back first we're going to go back to the episode that I did. And so let us take a listen. Welcome to the Miscast Commentary Archives. Hi there. I am doing my very first ASMR podcast. Did you come yet? Is that what this is? Is that what this is for? Okay, I guess I'll do this. Did that make you come? I don't know what this is for. What the fuck? What are we even supposed to be doing? If it's not to make them come, what's the point? All right. Other noises that won't make you come, because apparently that's not the point. Like, seriously, why aren't you listening to this? I don't know what else to do. It's like doing shit quietly. It's Is this to make me come? I'll never figure it out.
Thank you for visiting the Miscast Commentary Archives.
So that was mine.
What a wow. What an asthma.
I did. Yeah, Todd's trying to bring that back. Bring that to
an asthma.
So, yeah, we didn't have it figured out, but what I didn't know was at the exact same time, Todd was off doing his own version of this kind of thing. So now let's give a listen to Todd's.
Welcome to the Miscast Commentary Archives.
Asthma. This one's all about hearing the inside of my mouth and breathing. Doesn't that sound healthy? Let's all just whisper together. Let's all just whisper. ASMR stands for asthma. Sucks to your auntie. And sucks to your asthma. What? Goddamn phone's ringing. Hello? Oh, sorry. Hello? What? What the fuck is going on here? You whispering at me? Don't you whisper at me, motherfucker. I whisper at people. That's my thing. The fuck is this, Joe? I'll say it like you. I'll say it like you want it, you fucking jerk. I'm gonna whisper it out. Huh? Oh, it's a dial tone. Okay, well, we'll just get back into the breathing. One carton of smoke's in. Let's see what happens in the second carton.
Thank you for visiting the Miscast Commentary Archives.
And I'm going to be honest with you, that caused a little bit of a rift between us.
It did, actually.
We had an episode, it was supposed to be a regular Miscast Commentary episode, and I guess we came across each other's shit. And
It's weird that we say ideas at the same time.
It always happens. It's kind of like I'm Dante's Peak and you're Deep Impact.
Exactly.
Makes your penis sound bigger than mine, I guess. But
It makes my anus sound bigger.
I'm a Bug's Life. You're Ants. You get it. Yeah, that's better for a penis size.
What the hell what is this?
What is this? Well,
What the fuck is asthma?
I don't know. It makes, well, that's not anything. But but yeah, it's, I don't know.
An acronym?
It is an acronym. I'll find out the exact thing.
Asian silences mean respect. Is that it?
No, it is not.
Oh.
I'm trying to. What the
I
hell?
am guaranteed.
It's autonomous sensory meridian response.
Oh, meridian. That's where I threw it off.
There it is. But
The meridian line.
yeah, but both of us were trying to, kind of like be at the forefront of this thing. And then it kind of came to a head when we found out we were both trying to go off and do it on our own. Like we were, I don't know if we were just upset, like we were trying to leave each other or whatever, but this is what came from that.
Welcome to the Miscast Commentary Archives.
See, now the thing that really bothers me about all this is you didn't even fucking discuss it with me.
No, what bothers me is how you fucking called me in the middle of doing my asthma, and you fucked it right up.
Look, that
And then
was
I had to get loud, which you're not supposed to in asthma, that if somebody was listening to it, we could have auditorily just exploded them, you fucking asshole.
And it's not asthma, it's ASMR. Asthma makes it sound like you're talking about fucking like Piggy from Lord of the Flies and bullshit. Sucks to your ass.
I read Lord of the Flies just like this to a group of kids. They loved it.
I know.
Like asthma, their fucking asses off.
But here's the problem. Okay, we agreed we were going to be working on this shit together, and then you went fucking rogue on me. Okay, and I don't even want you to bring up the fact that I did the exact same fucking thing. That's not the point.
I told you I'm a lone wolf.
I know you're a lone wolf.
A quiet lone wolf.
And I really fucking wish that Sarah Palin would have shot you from a helicopter, but it didn't happen.
She missed. She got pretty close. She's a terrible shot.
She's terrible. Anyways, my point is, okay.
I'll tell you what the fuck
I don't
is,
have
you asshole.
Yeah,
Has there ever been two people asthmaing together?
I don't know that they've ever called it that, but I'm sure it's come up.
Like two quiet, still waves meeting.
Yeah.
Like the last ones of the wake. You know, the last ring. Yeah, it's touching.
It's like the ripple of dropping a pebble into a rock with a fart coming up from the bottom of the meeting.
That's exactly it. There's no laughing in asthma. Okay. There's no laughing in ladies' baseball, you fucker.
Okay.
Or crying.
All right. Well, we're gonna try. Oh shit! My wife's coming. She's gonna beat us.
Thank you for visiting the Miscast Commentary Archives.
All right, guys. We hope you enjoyed that little trip down memory lane with us. I actually don't remember some of that because my wife beat us pretty hard that day. But sorry. There's a little extra music on the end of that for some reason, and I've been stopping that on purpose.
Actually, that actually worked out really well.
It's like it was bringing us back. Anyways, I think that's good enough for this week. Thank you all for listening, as always. Go check us out on our website at miscastcommentary.com. Email us, podcast@miscastcommentary.com. Call us or text us, 289-769-3288. Todd complained, and rightfully so, when you left those messages how many rings it took.
Oh yeah,
I can't fix that. So if you do want to leave a message, you are going to have to wait a little while.
It's like 40 minutes.
I do apologize. But otherwise, you can send us a text. You can send us like a voice recording via text that way if you want to do it that way and not wait for so many rings. But like I said, we will read or play your things on the air. Things of that nature, great. Follow us on Twitter at Miscast Podcast. I'm at JK Finley. Todd's at Miscast Todd. Instagram at Miscast Commentary. I'm at JK Finley. Todd's posting on the Miscast Commentary one from time to time. And yeah, that's it. Stay tuned next week for Maximum Overdrive. It's a good old. If you haven't seen that one, it is worth a watch, and so watch it.
It totally is.
Yeah, but
it's the Green Goblin truck.
Yeah. I think that honestly, it's one that a lot of people who maybe aren't our age maybe passed over.
Right.
So I'm just like, it's worth a look. So
I do believe it is like a hidden gem.
Yeah. So go have some fun with that, and I mean, like, have fun with it. It's a have fun with it kind of movie, not like a strap in.
He's telling you, to have fun.
Yeah.
He's demanding it.
Well, except Stephen King isn't. He's telling you to fucking be terrified.
Don't have fun, be terrified.
All right, guys. We will see y'all next week. Bye-bye.
Later.
This has been Miscast Commentary with your hosts, Joe Finley and Todd Murray. Executive producer, Joe Finley. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the podcast wherever you listen. Visit www.miscastcommentary.com for all news related to the podcast. Miscast Commentary is a Miscast Media production.